Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your latest edition of the report card. And you can get the report card each and every day right here at atsstats.com. And what we do in this segment is we take the top three categories of the or the criterias of the Raymond Report. If you go to your Learn tab right here and you click on the Raymond Report system, hang on there, Ron, there you go, the Raymond Report system, and we talk about value, percentage play, and performance cycles. Those are three key indicators I look for when I'm making my selections each and every day. Number one, you got to shop for value. Number two is the percentage play in your favor, the bookmaker's favor. And number three, the performance cycles. As you know, in a long season, teams go through different types of cycles. I cut them down in 7-game cycles, and we want to catch a team that's either bullish or neutral. Neutral is the best thing for me, especially if they're an A, B, or A or B type team. I don't like betting on C type teams. Those are teams with a losing record. But let's get into it right now. Let's go to your report card. You know what? We'll kick it off in the NBA, and we'll go right to that game between the Toronto Raptors and the Indiana Pacers. And the way you get your report card, you go to the website, hit on cards, go to NBA, and then once you get there, go to game matchups. And it's going to expand the tables, and you can get to see the matchups of the day. All right, so let's talk about value right now. And if you look at the Pacers, they're a 6.5-point favorite tonight. In the report card, we got them listed at minus 6.7. So you know what? Fair market value if you do like the Pacers tonight against the Raptors. Raptors, we had them at plus 3.81. So if you do like Toronto, you're getting value at plus 6.5. But then you got to ask yourself, why am I getting value, right? Let's take a look at the percentage play. The Cal, chances of winning this game straight up, it does favor the Pacers, a B-type team at home against a C-type team in the Raptors. 67.6% for Indiana, 39.7% for the Raptors. So it's getting close. If you round it off, it is 40%. I do like a 40% underdog when it comes to the percentage play, so we'll give the Raptors a bit of a consideration off that big win over the Atlanta Hawks. And then we talk about the performance cycles, right? So let's see. We're neutral 4 days for Toronto, bullish 4 days for the Indiana Pacers. Now, bullish just means that this team here is either 7-0, 6-1, or 5-2 in their last 7 games, and they've been like that for 4 days. And for the Toronto Raptors, they're neutral 4 days, and you can see 4 days, 4-3 or 3-4 in the last 7 games. And when Toronto plays a B-type team, they're only 5-10 straight up this season, but Indiana 18-8 against those C-type teams. So a little bit of conflicting numbers. I don't like this number right here where they're 5-10, but I do like the fact you're getting value on the Raptors. Now, you see these two teams, in fact, the next 2 games, 2 teams that are very bearish. That's why you see them in pink right here. Detroit, let's take a look at the value. I had the New York Knicks listed at minus 8.6, so they're overvalued against Detroit, who I had at 11. So you can see one of the team is fair market value, and that's Detroit. The percentage play does favor the New York Knicks at 68.4%. And when you look at the performance cycles, anytime Detroit faces an A-type team, 1-24 straight up, and they've been bearish 13 days. So might be a pass for me in that one. Brooklyn taking on Memphis. Let's take a look at the value. I do have the Brooklyn Nets listed at minus 4.5, so they're undervalued tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. Got to ask yourself that question, why? 55.2% chance of winning compared to 38.03. Again, I like to have this in the 40% range or higher. So anytime I have it lower, then I got to do a little bit more digging to see what's going on here. And then the performance cycle, bearish 22 days, bearish 13 days, and you got a C versus C, meaning 2 teams below 500. Memphis is 11-7 and 13-8 for Brooklyn. So both these teams have winning records against teams with losing records. So there you have it. That's the technicals for that game here between the Grizzlies and the Brooklyn Nets. Let's take a look at the game of the night between Miami and Sacramento. Now let's take a look at the value. I had Sacramento listed at minus 4.79, and you can see they're overvalued at 7. So you got to ask yourself again, why? Miami plus 3.75, and you're getting plus 7. So something like the Raptors game, right? When you look at the value. And so you're getting an overvalued Miami Heat team who's bullish right now. And when you look at Miami against those B-type teams, 10-7 straight up. Well, Sacramento, you know what? Look at this. 8-11 against the Bees, 7-7 against the A's, but 18-5 against the Beatles. So the Beatables, the C-type teams, right? So Sacramento is dominant against those teams with losing records, but tend to struggle against those B and A type teams. So maybe Miami does have some value here tonight. All right, let's go to your NHL report. If you do like the pucks. And we'll kick it off in D.C. where Washington taking on the Ottawa Senators. I had the Sens listed at minus 158, and they're undervalued at minus 120. first thing I got to ask myself, man, when was the last time you see an Ottawa Center team favored on the road, right? Washington plus 126, and yeah, they're about plus 100 tonight, so you can see they're a bit undervalued. You got neutral, both teams been neutral for 6 days, so again, neutral just means they're 4-3 or 3-4 the last 7, and when against C-type teams, Ottawa's 500 record at 11-11 and 12-9 for the Washington Capitals. You know, you got to ask yourself this one question. Why did the bookmakers put Ottawa the favorite? What do they know that you don't know? Because this is going to be very enticing to take, but I think Ottawa might be the play here tonight. They're playing better hockey right now. Dallas taking on the New York Islanders. I had the Dallas Stars listed on minus 250, way undervalued at minus 164. Dallas is struggling though. They're playing 500 hockey right now. They're a B-type team. They used to be an A-type team. Now they're a B, and they're facing a C-type team where they're 18-7 against those type teams. But the New York Islanders against B-type teams, look at that, 12-11. I would consider the Islanders tonight on the puck line. I think you might get a little bit of value right there. LA taking on Edmonton. Edmonton minus 162 is the line. I had them down at 149. And you can see you are getting an undervalued Oilers team here tonight. And you're getting fair market value on the Kings. Kings have been bullish 8 days now, so that means they're either 7-0, 6-1, or 5-2 in their last 7 games, while Edmonton is neutral last 11 days. And whenever Edmonton plays a B-type team, 9-5 straight up. And when the Kings play an A-type team, 8-8. So I do like LA in this spot here tonight. Again, maybe another puck line, and I'll show you before I go off the air here that the puck line has been very, very good in the NHL last 3 days. Seattle taking on the Boston Bruins. The Bruins minus 132 favorite. I had them listed at minus 178. So why are they really almost like a $40 undervalued team tonight against Seattle Kraken? And Kraken pretty much fair market value. And when you look at the percentage play, 40.4%. Actually, did I do the percentage play here on the LA Kings? I don't think so. I just want to go back. 61-58. Oilers are really high in that percentage play. Sorry, I just saw that here and I said, I don't think I did the other one. But Seattle, 40.4% compared to 57.1%. Again, I do like when a team is over 40%, so don't brush off the Seattle Kraken just yet. And it's tough to win on the road. Look at the Rangers last night. Had a 10-game win streak. And of all teams to snap the win streak, Columbus, right? You just don't know. You just never know. Boston bearish 4 days, neutral 13 days. So Boston going through a little bit of a hiccup. And against the C-type teams, 16-12, which is pretty interesting, you know, because when you think of a team like Boston playing against teams below 500, you would think they would win, you know, with a better record, like 65% or higher. But 16-12, so only 4 games above 500. While Seattle, against those B-type teams, 4-11. They struggle. But look at this. Every time they play an A-type team, teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, they tend to raise their game at 8-7. And sometimes, you know what? You play down to a level, right? But when you're already a C-type team, you can't play any more down or that. But interesting. You know, I kind of like all the dogs here tonight on the puck line. And this is what I was going to tell you guys before we go here. Go to your dashboard. Go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index. Let's go to NHL and look at underdogs, puck line underdogs. The last 7 days, 74.9%. That is phenomenal. When you think about it, underdogs in the NHL on the puck line winning 74.9% of their games, 87.7% over the weekend, and last night or yesterday, 6-1 for the underdogs. So, man, the dogs are barking right now in the NHL. So consider the puck line betting underdogs right now. All right, that is the report card today for Monday. It is February 26th. I know I started this segment called Wall Street Picks, but I said, you know what, doesn't fit the title. I think the report card is much better. And what do you guys think? Do you think the report card is much better than Wall Street Picks? Hey, we're not giving stocks, but sort of. Hey, we're giving sports betting stocks. So have yourself a great day. Before you go, don't forget, check out the power ratings in the NBA, NHL right here at atsstats.com. And hope you guys have a great day. Cheers.